So I'm back again. This is a mini update. Like I said, my follow-up with my post-op is next Thursday. I told everyone that once my cervical stim unit came in, I would do like a quick update on this. So it just came in today. So this is what they call the cervical stim. It's from a company called OrthoFix, and the ideal is that there's electrical pulses coming through the machine around my neck area here. That's pretty much waking up what they call the osteoblasts, or the cells that promote what you would call osteogenesis or bone growth. So the signals are hitting those osteoblasts that are in my neck area, promoting bone growth for my bones from the fusion to activate, so that over the next 12 to 18 months they'll start to fuse together as one. So like I said, I just received this today. It's pretty awesome. My insurance actually covered this at no cost, so that was awesome. These do run a pretty penny, so I was very thankful that my insurance was able to cover this 100% for me. It's a pretty simple device. It comes with like all of the paperwork and everything. It actually comes with an app as well, so that makes it super duper easy. And so with the app, it helps you set everything up. You have to do this about 4 hours a day. The first time that you use it, you have to do the straight 4 hours. It's automatically timed, so as you can see here, if I can light the button up here, it's probably really hard to see. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a little difficult to see like on you guys' end, but it's letting me know, like as of right now, I have like 3 hours and 48 more minutes to wear the device. It has its prescription time already in it. This is good for 365 days. Once the 365 days are up, so basically I have until July 23rd of 2026, and this automatically shuts off. They give you like all of the paperwork and everything to recycle these devices, so that they're not being thrown to like any landfills or anything like that, causing any more pollution of the earth, which I think is pretty awesome. On the app, it asks for like your pain level, like where you are from day to day. If there's certain activities that you can and can't do, which I think is really awesome. So you're kind of getting a daily check-in, so that you're kind of seeing and feeling how things are with you from a day-to-day basis, because often what happens is life happens, right? And we may not be feeling well, but we don't really take the time to stop to do that check-in. So I do like that that's there. It helps to keep you accountable, so that you're using the device, because it lets you know every day that you use it, it's green. The days that you don't, it's red. If you're not doing the full time, it also has like a yellow, so it's kind of like saying moderate or in between. Like the coordinator said, the first day I have to do 4 hours straight, but after that I can split up, I can split up the time. So I can do like, 4 1 hour sessions, or, however you need to break that up for it to be like 4 hours in a day. Because I am out of work right now, it's just easier for me to just do the 4 hours straight. Like I said, it's not obtrusive or anything like that. It actually gives you a nice little support, and you can kind of adjust it a little bit so that it's around your neck really comfortably. It's not heavy at all, so it's super duper comfortable. I can walk around with the device, lay down with the device, which I will probably do in a minute because I am super duper tired. My sleep schedule has been off like crazy as of late, so I'm trying to get that regulated again. But like I said, as promised, not a very long video. Just wanted to show everyone the new device, just so that they can like see firsthand the device, and explain a little bit of what the device is actually doing. Like I said, my post-op appointment is next week. When I go in next week, it'll be 3 weeks after my operation date of getting this done. As you can see, I still have the steri strips on. They're still on pretty good. You can kind of see where the stitches and everything are. It's healing. I feel quite nicely. I haven't had any inflammation. Of course, it's itching, which is a good sign. It's letting me know that it's actually healing like it needs to. So that's always a good sign. Still have some of the dysphagia, so sometimes when I'm swallowing certain things, it is a little bit difficult when swallowing like thicker things like sandwiches and stuff, so I have to really chew to get it down. But the dysphagia, I do feel it improving, and they did say that over 1 to 2 weeks time that I would actually see improvement, because the muscles in that area where they did the retraction, it takes a little time for it to kind of wake up. So I'm thankful for that. Still some discomfort in the, in the area, again, because of the muscles being stretched and not being used in a long time, because everything was decompressed for such a long time. I have noticed that I have, some range, of motion in my neck. I can, go up and down and things like that without too much difficulty. But, going past this plane does cause a little bit of discomfort, so I try not to push it too far. Like I said, my range of motion in this arm has improved significantly, where I'm able to kind of, put them up almost equally and do this without it causing me any pain. I can actually lay on this side now without it, bothering me like it did before. So that does let me know that the procedure was, successful in that regard. So when I go in next week, we will kind of talk about any other, things they would want me to do as far as PT, and kind of like what our game plan is for my secondary surgery. Excuse me. For my lumbar spine, because that still does need to be addressed, because I do have, like I said, I do have complete tear of my L4 and L5 with the hernia pretty much sticking out on the left side almost totally, with no support on my right, with some degenerative. So basically there's some arthritic changes there as well. So we will definitely talk about options as to how soon we would like to go in and take care of that. My goal is to be able to do that within the calendar year of my insurance, just so I'm not starting everything over, especially when I have met my out-of-pocket max, and nothing now at this point is out of pocket for me. So if we can, get that part started in the next, I would say 3 to 4 months, that would be almost realistic for me, especially with how well I'm progressing already with this particular procedure. And they, like I said, they did such an amazing job, the whole team. I have no complaints at this point. So next week when we have our follow-up, I will do an update then. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me and, talk about my device. And if you have any questions or any comments or anything, you can definitely leave it in the comment box below. I will be more than happy to answer any questions that I can. And for any of those who are looking to get the same procedure, again, do your due diligence, do your research. I was just very fortunate to have a team that was pretty much same page in regards to my plan of care when I did my own research and then went to ask questions to find out that their course of treatment, from what I researched, was the course of treatment that they actually do for their patients. So I'm very blessed in that regard that, we are in sync when it comes to that. And I definitely encourage any one of you who are having the same experience to please be your own biggest advocate when it comes to your plan of health, because again, it's your body. So do your research, ask questions, don't be afraid to ask questions. If they give you pushback, that's kind of to me, that would be like a sign to maybe look at other providers, because there are a lot of them out there. Don't think that just because you went to one, that's the end all be all. to your healthcare journey. I encourage everyone to just stay diligent and stay healthy and stay focused. And again, I will be checking in with you guys soon. Peace.